We didn't come up with a cold open. We didn't do it, and so this is it. Welcome to Junk House.
A podcast sponsored by PBS.
It's a psychobilly freakout!
I don't think PBS would support us having Psychobilly Freakout as our theme song, but I wish they would.
Funded Reverend Horton Heat?
Probably his parents. I don't know. That. I'm gonna come back one week, and I'm gonna know fucking everything about this band. So that way, like, the end segment of Thank You, Reverend Horton Heat will become in itself like a 45-minute documentary over the band Reverend Horton Heat.
Oh my God. Every episode is
same information.
2 hours long. 1 hour is just us goofing. The other hour is just the history of Reverend Horton.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
what
show.
PBS wants.
That's what PBS wants, and that's what PBS will get. Public Broadcasting Services can get at me for this idea.
Public Broadcasting songs can.
It was actually
all the songs.
PBS's peanut butter station.
Portobello
Sandwich.
Beluga, sausage.
Ponga bonga songa.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the house.
Piss baby shit.
Look at the quality of this house. Some might say it's junk.
It is a junk house.
And we are bringing the junk weekly.
It's like strangely a very like clean and modern designed house, but it is a junk house.
Yeah.
Well, there's a distinct difference between quality and affect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it is a very nicely created house. Like it is beautifully done. Like very modern, very sleek, very nice. But the affectation of us living here makes it so trashy.
I feel like, and this is not to slam dunk anyone in particular. I feel like every time I imagine junk house, it's every house I've ever been in where 5 or more people from the social club nights lived. Like, that's kind of what I imagine.
Yeah, for people that aren't from Cersei, 4 or 5 rowdy college students.
4 or 5 rowdy college students.
College men
that at least one of them has an unhealthy obsession with either Mac DeMarco or Kanye.
That's fair. I will say, though, I don't even think it needs to be like fratty boys. Just anytime I've seen 4 college-age dudes living together, that is the baseline for junk house. Like, that is junk house at its best.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it's not about partying. It is about being a boy at that time of life. And it's nasty.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
The house is junk.
That is a junked up house right there.
Yeah. Hey, I have a game I want to play with you guys. I just want to get okay.
Okay, that was the episode. Have a
goodbye, everyone. Thank you for coming out.
No, do y'all remember the first episode of this podcast where I talked about how I am a fatherless dad or a childless dad?
Yes.
Now that you've said it.
I want to play a game with you guys where I'm going to make this kind of a recurring thing. And here's what's up. There's a genre of music known as dad rock. And this is the game. Is I'm going to pick an artist and I'm going to read you a list of songs, but only one of those songs is actually by that artist. And the rest of them I made up.
Okay.
And you guys have to guess.
Make an intro song for it right now, off the top of your head.
Can you guess which one of these was written by Bruce Springsteen or Steely Dan or Fleetwood Mac? All right, so this episode...
Is Fleetwood Mac dad rock?
I would qualify them as dad rock that has been popularized by the youth again. Because, like, here's the thing. Dad rock is just a genre. It is not, like, specifically for dads. It's just, like, it is the era that dads love.
Got it. I thought it was more of dad vibed music, because Fleetwood Mac always hit me more as, like
Why not?
Why not / like middle-aged orgy music?
Okay. I never picked up the middle-aged orgy music, but okay.
Well, maybe it just makes me feel kind of sexy.
That's fair.
Dad rock is the friends you make along the way.
Oh.
So I do have a list of songs here that are by the band Steely Dan this week, which is one of my favorite bands. Love them to death. But just to give you guys an idea, I'm gonna read you guys the names of their greatest hits.
Okay.
So that way, you know, you have like an idea of what they do. Okay.
We get the flavor.
Wait. I think before you list off songs, I'm going to wrongly guess a song by Steely Dan.
Okay, go ahead and try to guess a song
every time you do this game.
Uh-huh.
So Steely Dan, they did You Can Call Me Al, right?
Close enough. All right, so here are their top 5 songs according to Spotify.
Okay.
Reelin' in the Ears. No, this is just to give you guys an idea of what kind of their naming.
I thought one of these was fake. My bad.
No. Reelin' in the Years, Do It Again, Dirty Work, Peg, and Ricky, Don't Lose That Number.
You better not lose that number, Ricky.
Better not lose that number, Ricky. You'll fucking die.
And listeners, don't touch that dial.
So, here we go. And both of you guys, so we'll go with Sammy first. I'll read this list. Sammy will get to guess. And you can have me repeat the list. Do whatever you need to do to get this right, okay?
Okay.
Bag. Jimmy, get that rag off your face. Face the facts. Facts are only what we believe. Believe in me this time, Daddy. Daddy don't live in that New York City no more. More guitar for me, please. Please let me get that big old Cadillac. Cadillac. Cars are killing me. Me and my girl get down on a Friday. Friday is for the boys.
How many have you read so far?
Boys, a lot. Boys and girls.
Can you send these?
Do you want me to
in a text or something?
What is going on?
No.
You guys have to. One of these is real. One of these is real. Okay, so yeah, okay.
And
I'll start over.
I'll start over. In the middle of you talking and say that one.
No, just make a mental. Just make a mental note. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start over. Okay, I'm gonna start over.
Word salad.
I really did think, like, at some point it morphed from song names into Caleb inputting my sleeper agent code to activate
just saying
me.
Words.
Like,
yeah, okay, I'm gonna start back from the top.
Go slower, please, because you were just saying sentences at one point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Bag. Jimmy, get that rag off your face. Face the facts. Facts are only what we believe. Believe in me this time, Daddy. Daddy don't live in that New York City no more. More guitar for me, please. Please let me get that big old Cadillac. Cadillac. Cars are killing me. Me and my girl get down on a Friday. Friday is for the boys. Boys and girls just want to have fun. Fun in the sun. Sunshine. Shine in the glow of the radiant dawn. Dawn. Done with my life. Life is a game and I lost the instructions. Instructions for life. Life equals shit. Shit a brick. Brick and the boys. Both of my friends are here. Here in my attic. Attic space. Space and time. Time is on my side. Side of beef. Beef in the big Wrangler. Wrangler jeans are fine by me. Fine. Fiend. So do you need to hear that list again?
No.
So you can, no. Okay.
No, I don't.
Please no.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, I
It's
can.
the
Why did
third
you write
one.
30? Yeah.
No, that's wrong. You're wrong. It's not the third one.
Okay.
The third one being Face the Facts. So
Dang
Sammy
it, that
was
was my
wrong.
guess.
Sammy was wrong. Cordell, I'm going to read the list for you just so we can kind of get this through. So starting from the top, or do you want me to go in reverse order to just make it more interesting?
Send it in text.
I would actually ask you to not do it again, or I will actually have to edit it out of the podcast. Not as a
send it
joke.
in text.
Okay, fine.
Send
I
it
will.
in-
Okay, I'll send it. I'll send
I think
it.
you got a little carried away here, bud.
Well, I
Like this is
Okay.
this is a the bit has become I'm annoyed.
Usually, when you make it one of these quizzes, it's like, here are 4 options.
Yes.
so there's the list. I'll send it.
Why?
I did space it out so you guys will know, which is the new one. So now that I've sent the list, Sammy, you can take a guess if you want. Another guess, and Cordell, you can guess.
I'll guess Fun in the Sun is the real one.
You really made 32 fake song titles to go with the one real one. Let me. I mean, I don't know. Brickin' Boys.
I'm sorry, both of you were wrong. That was the game. Thank you for coming, everybody.
What's the real song?
Why would I tell you that?
Because you made us listen to that list.
All right, fine. The real one was Daddy Don't Live in That New York City No More.
You're kidding me.
I'm not. I am not kidding you. I wish I was, because I was literally looking there. I was like, there's got to be like one as a weird name. And Daddy Don't Live in That New York City No More was the one that I could find that was like, that's
a wild name.
It was a wild name that if you still told me it was by Steely Dan, I would believe you.
Do you think Daddy always had a sexual tone to it, or do you think that's a newer invention? Like did people like in the last 50 years invent Daddy as sexual, or has it always been sexual and everyone thinks they invented it?
I think it just became more sexual in the popular culture recently. I think like they might have been using it as a title in like BDSM spaces before, but I mean those weren't as well known until recently.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know the actual history? Because I got curious about this once.
I genuinely do. I would love to know, because it's like sometimes like every generation thinks they discovered and invented sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody is like, oh man, we get it. Like people older than us definitely didn't have kinky stuff going on, but like, that's just not how people work. So I'd love to know.
So it has become more popular recently. That is very true. But the first written record of somebody using the word daddy to refer to a sexual partner was in 1612.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, 1612. And basically,
what was the context?
Originally, it was a way for a prostitute to refer to their pimp. Is their daddy.
That makes a lot of sense.
It got adopted as like, role play became more of a thing in the bedroom over time, of like there would be a pimp and a prostitute role play. Then that kind of became a thing, and it slowly got spread out until it was adopted by the BDSM community, with the term leather daddy was kind of the first like codified term. Outside of that, the first song that popularized it and made it to where more people started to use it is in 1968, the song Time of the Season by the Zombies, where it was, what's your name and who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? And then Springsteen in 1984 with the song I'm on Fire. You've got Hey Little Girl, Is Your Daddy Home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I Got a Bad Desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Yeah, so that's a brief history on the term daddy.
Thank you, good sir. There's also the song Zoot Suit Riot by the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
That's fair. That's a good song. I actually like that song.
I really do like the song, but the name will never fail to make me a little bit uncomfortable.
Who is your celebrity daddy?
Oh.
I have an immediate answer.
No, is this like sexual daddy or like I want you to be my father?
We can do the father one after, but this one is the sexual since we were talking about the sexual term.
Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have one, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to.
Yeah, we all got to find ours independently.
Mine is not mine is a popular one. I'm going kind of easy with it.
Yeah,
he's daddy, so what can I say? This is a man that every time I see him, I just go, yeah. Look at him. See him smile. I smile. We meet eyes from across the room. I walk over slowly. I say, "What's up, B? How you doing?" He says, "Here's a beer."
Daddy.
It's not as sexual as you were expecting it to be.
I was really hoping it would get progressively more sexual.
I'm sitting here struggling. I'm sitting in my chair thinking, who is my daddy? Like,
yeah.
Who's my daddy? Okay, I'll say mine then. You ready?
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Good.
Yeah,
good
that's
and
a good one.
good. You know what?
You can
Jason Segel.
Ooh,
Jason Segel.
Ooh,
he's a daddy. He's a daddy. If you have not watched the new Apple TV show Shrinking, I highly suggest it. It is Jason Segel and Harrison Ford.
You know,
like I've got a couple possibilities for this
one. Throw daddies at us.
Jason Segel is also daddy because of Muppet Movie. I just had to say that.
Accurate, and also How I Met Your Mother. Marshall and I, like, he speaks to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
If it's okay to be like less of an older guy compared to me, then Zac Efron, he's daddy for sure.
Zefron with a beard is major daddy. Yeah,
but kind of also George Clooney.
A safe daddy.
Clooney.
Like he's a safe daddy.
That's a safe daddy.
Like he's grayed very, very well. He's a rich, like, sugar daddy. You know, Zefron is daddy. Clooney is sugar daddy.
I'm not gonna lie. So Olivia and I and Sammy and Cordell have both seen this because they were at my house for my wedding. We have a very fancy coffee maker that I adore and love. George Clooney is the spokesperson for that company, and I'm not gonna lie, that did play a deciding factor for me.
That needs to.
Oh,
you know who I want to be my father?
Yeah.
Who do you want to be your father?
I don't want to butcher his name. Ke Huy Quan.
Yes.
My good friend Data.
Name, but yes, he's great, and I love him. Especially in Everything Everywhere at All at Once. That kind of solidified his. I want him to be my dad. I want that guy to be my dad.
I watched
all of his interviews about it have been so wonderful.
He seems like
what a gem of a human being, and like he was genuinely good the whole time.
Yeah.
I watched an interview with him where he went to D23, which is like the Disney conference.
Mm-hmm.
And he went because he was invited, and he was chilling in a green room, and somebody came up to him and said, "I just want to let you know before he walks in the room, Harrison Ford is outside, like waiting to come in." And instead of waiting for him, he got up and walked outside to him, and Harrison Ford had to do a double take and then was like, "You're a short round." And then they had like a reunion, and apparently they both cried about seeing each other and stuff. And it's just very sweet and good.
Caleb, who's your father?
My father, I'm gonna go with who some people qualify him as a daddy, but I think he has enough father vibes that
fathers can be daddies too.
And let me double check his name. Actually, give me just a second, Cordell. If you have one, okay.
Well, I think mine is the ultimate celebrity father, so I'm saving him for last.
Jack Black.
That's fair. I want Sam. I want.
Sorry, Cordell. Oops.
I want Sam Neill to be my father.
Sam Neill, that's a good one too.
Alan Grant from Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a dad. That's a dad right there.
Now that's a dad.
Now I will say, initially I was gonna go with Jeff Goldblum as a dad, but he's daddy vibes. He is daddy. Like that man will be 80 and still be daddy.
Well, the thing is, the older he gets, the more daddy he gets somehow. But he moves more from like, I'm gonna dominate you, daddy, into like kind of the like effeminate, gayer daddy of like, listen, let's have some nice times, but we're gonna be slower about this. Like, I'm not in a rush anymore. And you're like, yes, sir. You know?
Yes, father.
But no, the ultimate celebrity father is Jack Black.
Yeah.
And I want him to be my dad.
Do you follow him on the YouTubes, Cordell?
No. I did not know he had a YouTube.
Jablinski Games, where he constantly jokes about, I don't know if he has at this point, but at the time I was following him and watching his stuff quite a bit, he still had yet to play a video game. And it had been like...
Sadly, he has played games now.
Okay. It was like a year and a half or 2 years where he would just sit there and just be like, welcome to Jablinski Games. I will not be playing a game today. And it was just constantly stuff like that. And it made me so happy.
This, even Jablinski Game shows how much of a great dad he was. He is, because that was all his like oldest son's idea. His oldest son was like really into YouTube and like really into stuff, and was like, they just made it together. So it was kind of just like a bonding, cool, fun thing.
And like, I think Jack Black encompasses the not often spoken of part of a father. And that is like, whenever you learn about the things your dad did in his past and you're like, you did what? Jack Black is full of those. Like Tenacious D entirely would be the most father thing to find out your father did.
Yeah.
I know. And they're still doing shit.
Yeah.
We love
it. My brother saw Tenacious D live and said it was one of the best concerts he's ever been to. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Wilder, what?
You need to kick him out.
Yeah, I need to kick him out real quick.
Yeah.
I've started putting one cat in the bedroom and one cat in the living room with me so they don't fight.
That's fair. You guys be funny for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Like, you're always funny, but just like keep being.
Yeah, we're gonna really amp it up for you. Don't worry.
Can you just really, really fucking go for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be some of the best minutes of podcasting ever.
Okay, that's good.
A, B, C, D.
So, Sammy, there's two approaches we have.
Okay, yeah. There's that joke that I just did where it's like a baby time where we're all for kids now. So
there's three approaches we have here. One is baby time for kids. Two, we are doing the obvious laughing super hard when Caleb comes back, acting like it was really, really good podcast time.
Yeah, okay.
Or the third, we are sitting stoically.
Or we leave.
You want to just...
It's
too late for the leaving. Laugh really hard. Laugh really hard.
Oh, you're so funny, Cordell. Oh my god.
Man, I really trust that you guys made that the best couple minutes of podcasting to ever happen.
The frog said I'm not a toaster.
fuck?
Man, I will be telling my kids that joke. I tell you what.
Can I tell you one of my favorite jokes Olivia's ever done in this house? That it was very dark, but Olivia and I both have very dark senses of humor. I bought a toaster at Target and brought it home because we needed a toaster. And as soon as I walked in the door with a toaster box, her first words were, "You bought a bath bomb."
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's pretty good.
That's good stuff.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty great. That Wilder actually created the bath bomb for you.
Honestly, Wilder's evil. He's evil. Olivia and I, like, occasionally talk about, like, because, like, as married couples do, talk about, like, the idea of children. And every time we do, we notice an uptick in Wilder accidentally stepping on my balls.
He knows, and he will not allow it.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna lose attention. Kill them before they can come alive.
I have, like, always wanted to be a father. Like, my whole life, one of the only things I've known for certain is I want to get married, have kids. And I still do. But now that I am, like, married and living my adult life, there is nothing I want less right now than to have a child. And I don't know when I'm going to want one. Apparently, I guess some switch will just flip in my brain at some point and go, hey, yeah, now. I don't know why. And I don't know how, but, like, I'm so scared of that eventuality.
Yeah, I get that. I really do. I get that. I don't know.
I was only laughing because I'm the only single person here, so it wasn't really for me.
Well, I mean, the notion of being terrified of being a parent, I guess, is for all.
It's for everyone. But mine is
everyone is scared of that.
Mine's not really not really a possibility right now. I guess is more what I'm saying.
Fair.
So I haven't thought about it. I know that I probably don't really want kids, but
yeah, also fair.
But yeah, it's not in my daily life as much as it is for both of you.
Yeah. Which, like, it's not even that I'm scared of being a bad dad. Like, I think I'm going to be a pretty rad dad.
Yeah, I think both of you are going to be amazing fathers.
I don't want to deal with that right now. It's messy and stanky and expensive.
I just know that as soon as my child will be able to understand what I'm saying, it will become less fun for me because I enjoy bullying Wilder.
Yeah.
And so when I can't bully my kid anymore, I watched a TikTok the other day of it was like this couple talking about how they were laying in bed the other night and they were making fun of their 2-year-old together after they put him to bed. And the 2-year-old just like after like 20 minutes of them bullying him, pushed the door open and said, "That's not nice. I sleep in your bed." And like the moment that happens to me, I will I don't know. It'll be harder.
Yeah. Like one of my deepest joys is looking a baby in their face and saying some of the meanest things you've ever heard in your life.
Yes. Idiot. You're so stupid.
It's like it is entirely harmless. It is a victimless crime, but I get so much joy out of telling them how stupid they are.
Yeah.
You know nothing. You know nothing.
Like, one of my favorite things I used to do with my nephew is I would hold him when he was a little baby and I'd say, "You don't even know what a bird is." Like that. It's
and
just
he
like,
didn't.
He didn't. He had no idea.
Idiot. The moron.
Absolute idiot. Babies know nothing. And it's truly just the funniest thing.
Like, per capita, babies know nothing longer and better than any other animal ever. Every other animal gets made and they're like, all right, I got this pretty well down. Like, I'm going to learn a few things, but like, I'm ready to rumble. And babies just sit there for like 6 months before they do anything of note. Like they spend the first few months of their life not even being able to see your face.
Yeah, giraffes fall like 4 or 5 feet out of the pussy.
Yeah.
And then they
get up and start walking around.
Falling straight out of the pussy.
Giraffes just fall out the puss walking, just strutting.
They hit the ground walking.
They hit the ground and they start strutting. They fall out of that giraffe puss and just go.
They just get up. They go, oh, wow. That was a big fall. See ya.
You know what's even stupider? Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, but I will. Fucking what?
You brought it up.
Yeah, I brought it up. Why the fuck are these egg laying things out here? It's like I'm getting you out of my body, and then you're gonna sit there vulnerable and needing to be protected while you develop more. Yeah, like what the fuck? And like babies are not even fully developed. Like human babies aren't even fully developed.
Most of them is just soup.
I'm pretty sure
babies are mostly soup.
Babies have like 40 more bones than an adult because their bones aren't fused together.
Yeah, like they're like little cocoons still like making butterflies in their bodies.
And why are their eyes so big? Why does every baby have these fucking huge eyes? Like they look like a snitch. Like every baby is a snitch. Every baby's a fucking narc.
It's a fucking rat.
That's why they point. That's why they point at you. They point because they know.
They know.
They know.
You know that TikTok sound that's like dun, 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 that it like cuts. They're like, you're having a great day. No. That just feels like this entire conversation. Babies fucking suck. But I also saw like a TikTok the other day that was like talking about some transphobe or something. It was like, well, everybody's trans. Everybody's a baby everybody's a baby. Everybody's a woman when they're first created, when they're first being formed, and then the penis crumb.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, true. Everyone's trans. Everyone's trans because if a life is at conception, what can I say? What can we say?
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
I think
atheism.
laying eggs is more efficient.
What?
Fish eggs.
I think laying eggs is more efficient.
No.
Yeah, because here's the deal. You're looking at a mammal, and that sucker, like, she's got to, like, carry this thing in her for longer. And she spends all that time more vulnerable because things can get her because she's slower. She got that she's eating for 2, you know? Or like 8 or 9, depending on the animal. And it's like more vulnerable to attack and disease. Whereas them egg-laying ones, they just go, whoops, conceived, and they poop it out and they move on.
You guys want to know something I think about every time I go to the beach?
Platypus?
Turtles.
No. How, like, there is
sand.
There is sand. So the way fish have babies is the girl lays all the eggs out, right? On the ocean floor or wherever is like the nearest thing. And then dude just comes by and jizzes everywhere and hopes it hits the eggs. That means there is a 0% of the ocean that is fish jizz, and I'm swimming in it.
I would argue that it is a much more than non-zero. I'm willing to bet it is a higher percentage than we ever want to think about.
I don't want to Google how much fish cum is in the ocean.
I'm doing it.
I'll let you do it, but I'm not doing it.
Since it's a non-sexual thing, like, do you think the fish likes doing the cum? Or do you think he just does it?
I think he just does it.
Fish don't know orgasms, and that's sad.
Well, sorry, now you just reminded me of the Auntie Donna bit. But I think, because like there's like a thing of, oh no.
Uh-oh. If you start Googling how much, if you start Googling how much of the ocean is Most of them are unexplored, undiscovered, uncharted. And then I put in fish cum.
How beautiful is the ocean? Fish cum. How much?
Fish cum.
How much cum is in the ocean?
How cum? So let me check a thing.
Oh God.
Because people don't think have done the research on fish cum too much.
Because I think what we can do is Google how many fish are in the ocean, divide that by 2 to how
much do we have unexplored? Isn't it
lot.
Like 80 to 90%? How much of that unexplored is fish cum?
All of it. Like we can assume all.
So gosh,
80%.
I found a Reddit post. It's specifically regarding whale cum though, so it won't encompass all fish.
That's not good enough.
Yeah.
Well, it'll give us a baseline.
Also, just to help us out, the currently less than 10% of the global ocean is mapped.
So like that's a lot of unknown cum.
So at least 91% cum.
Do you think we can bully Hank Green into
doing a fish cum
into
video?
Doing a fish cum video?
We could.
Maybe not bully, maybe ask politely.
Can I read to you my whale cum Reddit post I found?
Yeah, whale cum.
Fine, tell us about this whale cum.
Your whale cum to.
That was good. There's an estimated 1.35 billion cubic kilometers of water in the ocean. Okay. Kilometers? I
thought you were about to say it was that much cum.
Yeah, all that cum. The average whale ejaculates 1,500 liters of cum each load. The average whale breeds once every 2 years and lives between 40 and 100 years. Currently, there are around 1.3 million whales. A whale on average breeds 13 to 43 times in their life. Only 10% of the whale's cum makes it into the partner, so each time around 1,350 liters gets into the ocean. With 1.3 million whales breeding on average 28 times and 1,350 liters getting into the ocean, that's 50 billion liters of cum. That is...
Just for whales?
Just for whales, 0.0038% of the ocean is whale cum. Per cubic meter, that's 1,000 liters, there is 3 liters of cum.
I want you to close your eyes, because I've looked up how big a 1,500 liter water tank is. Okay. I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine a 1,500 liter tank.
I'm thinking of something at like SeaWorld with an animal in it.
I cheated and looked up a picture.
So this is it compared to a human.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's not as much.
It's not as much, but it's approximately, let's call that woman Susan. It's approximately 7 Susans of cum.
I don't know. I'm thinking it could be more than that.
It could be more, but I'm thinking like 3. I'm thinking with some extra space, like 7 comfortable Susans of cum.
But how tall is Susan?
Assume. I think Susan, looking at her, let's say she's average. 5'5". Let's say that tank is about double. Let's say it's about 2 Susans tall. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's about 11 feet tall.
So it's 2 Susans.
It's
I'm
looking to be 3 Susans in diameter.
Yeah.
Diameter, not circumference.
No. I'm thinking like 3 Susans could stand in the circumference.
Within it, yeah, but if it's 3 Susans in diameter, we got to liquefy her at some point to really get this right.
I only care about how many alive and comfortable Susans can fit in this cum tank, Cordell.
Consenting Susans.
Yes, listen, I want to know, because I want to know the amount of Susans I can put in there and how much cum they displace.
If 15 to 20 Susans consent to being liquefied to put into a cum tank, I'm not saying no to her.
Okay, but then we are replacing the liquid cum with liquid Susan. Where do we put the cum?
I'll give you a couple places.
I'll give you a hint. I'm really
Y'all want to drink a jar of pickle juice?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, what I think is like, imagine a whale just absolutely jizzing his mind out to produce 1,500 liters of cum, and then just sitting there, and he looks at the whale at the partner who's also there, the woman whale that is the egg producing whale, and just says, I need a fucking cigarette right now, and I'm gonna need like 2 years to recover. Like,
well, honestly, it makes a lot of sense that it takes them like 2 years to have sex again, because if you've got to build up 1,500 gallons of sperm, like, you got to get that much cum up in you, that's gonna take a long time.
That's gonna take a hot minute.
That's a long refractory period. Like,
animal penises have bones.
Which ones?
Like a lot of them. Like whale penises have bones.
Do we?
No.
Okay, good. I should go see a doctor.
Do you know what? Have you heard of a baculum? Do you know what a baculum is?
Yeah, like Scott Baculum.
Yeah. So Scott Baculum, his last name means penis bone, penile bone.
Classic. So one of my greatest regrets in this life is that when I was in Reykjavik, Iceland, I did not go to their penis museum because no one else would go with me.
I will go with you.
I would have gone.
That's the thing, is I was there and no one else on my trip. They were like, Cornell, we're not going to a penis museum. I was like, you're missing out. And so like and now Emily has already agreed. We will go to the penis museum together should we ever be in Reykjavik. But y'all want to come?
Yeah.
And
also go to the penis
museum.
Yeah, I'm down for
I
both.
wonder. So I Googled it just because I was curious. The average human semen amount that is ejaculated is 1.5 to 5 milliliters.
Is that a tablespoon?
I would say about a tablespoon, yeah.
Oh, those are bones?
Those are bones. Those are baculums. All of those
Sammy just sent a picture of different animals' bacula. All them penis bones.
Them penis bones. And Drew said,
Yeah. Drew, context free, just seeing penis bones in chat.
Nah, he said that to the sausage biscuits from earlier.
Anyway. Are you sure?
Yes, because you can click on his message to see what you reply to. Anyway.
That's upsetting.
Anyway, yeah, so humans come like a tablespoon-ish.
Every second? No.
Well,
some
apparently on medlineplus.gov.
That makes it good. Gov is good.
Let's see. The average, so about a tablespoon is what they say. And it tells me in depth on how to perform semen analysis.
Hell yes.
Well, there's mouthfeel. There's flavor. There's consistency.
So
waft it
swish
first.
it around, get the tannins.
There's a button I can click that says watch this video about the sperm release pathway. And I think that's just a dick.
No, that's gonna be this whole year. They're gonna slowly drop cum to a global audience. So it's the release path that they're following this year. The battle pass, some would say.
Speaking of, if you would like your own Junk House monthly cum drops, let us know. We will send you bags.
We will
not ours. It's not ours.
Not ours.
Might be some animal that we cannot confirm or deny is a horse.
Yeah, and if you check, you might see a free baculum in there.
Get yourself a free baculum.
get yourself some nice raccoon baculums.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you guys want to know the normal results, like the average results of a sperm test?
Yeah.
Yep, that's sperm.
So the normal volume, we've already discussed about a tablespoon. The sperm count per milliliter, so it is 5 times this much, is 20 to 150 million sperm per milliliter.
What?
That's a lot of sperm.
That's a lot of sperm. At least 60% of the sperm have a normal shape and show normal forward movement.
Okay, that's good.
And yeah. Other than that, that's the average. So
you only need one of those bad boys to get to an egg?
No, you need a lot of them. Like, I'm gonna tell you that there is such a misconception because everyone's like, it only takes one. So the egg has a barrier around it, right? So the sperm have to there have to be enough that the sperm goes in and attacks this egg until it breaks through the barrier, and then it only takes one.
So it's like Balloon's tower defense.
It's exactly like Bloon's tower defense.
Speaking of, I'm about 15 minutes away from buying Bloon's Tower Defense 5 on Steam or something because I miss those games.
Buy 6
you brought that back hard. Is 6 good?
6 is the one I've been playing, honestly. It's very fun.
Okay. Because I bought Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. No, actually Rebirth. Whatever the newest one is.
You got all
Rebirth,
of them?
I think.
Whatever.
Got them all.
Okay, good.
It's a really, really good update. It's real good DLC. So I'm probably going to get Bloons next. Anyway, does that mean that if you... Is that like... So let's... Thinking in humans. I'm genuinely asking a question that I'm fascinated now.
Yeah.
One egg or so released per menstrual cycle, right? Like that egg, like they release one egg that just hangs out, waits to be fertilized, and then drops out if it doesn't, right?
I'm about to drop the hottest egg.
Yeah, on average, yeah.
On average. So, does that mean that multiple times of having sex within the time that the egg is released helps break down the barrier more? Like if the first batch of sperms doesn't do it, does that leave it less defended for the second or third or fourth batch of sperms?
I think so. I don't know about that.
Or does it regenerate?
I don't know about that one. And I could probably Google it and tell you, but I'm too lazy.
Call Olivia during her workday.
Well, that was
hey, put it on speaker.
That was she would murder me.
Yeah.
No, there was a, I would here, Olivia and I both know we want kids eventually. We don't know when, but you look this stuff up. The suggested amount to have sex is during a period where you want to get pregnant is once every other day.
Okay.
That's a good consistent pattern.
Yeah. Got a day of rest, day of banging.
Yeah. That's what, I don't know.
But now you know.
Now I know. But I don't know if the sperm from day 1 versus day 3, if that day 1 sperm broke it down so that day 3 sperm can get on in there.
That's my question. Because basically sperm and eggs are half cells. Like they have half the information. They're specialized cells to do reproduction. Are it's not going to regenerate that barrier, is it? That seems counterproductive. It's got to get more effective the more shots you fire, right?
I mean, theoretically, it seems like that would be the case because it might not have enough time, at least, to regenerate that shield.
Yeah. So okay, here is what I found.
Okay,
and this is why I think it is. So first of all, on average, the fact that there's that many sperm means that there will be enough sperm in one go to break through.
But that's assuming all of it gets deep. Like, that's assuming all of it gets up to where it needs to be in the first place.
Yeah. So, breakthrough of a group of cells is known as the cumulus ophorus that surround the egg.
Now that's sexy.
So they break through that. The sperm dissolves the cell using an enzyme. So I think the fact that it is dissolved means, in theory, it ain't coming back.
That's my favorite rapper.
It's actually a dope rapper name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's up? It's enzyme.
Apparently, the fertilized egg will travel to the uterus at about 6 to 12 days is when it will actually implant itself in the uterus.
So it's chilling out for a while first. Okay, well, so then that answers my question about taking multiple runs at it, multiple trench runs, so to speak, to get the Death Star. Okay. Why do they recommend every other day? Is that to pace yourself?
I think it's partially to pace yourself, and partially you don't want to overload the vagine.
I think everyone's getting sore in a daily scenario. I don't think anyone's like pumping it out daily. Like I genuinely like am chilling for at least a whole day afterward. Like I don't really get amped up again for another day, maybe 2. Like maybe I have a low sex drive. I don't know, but like it takes me a day or 2 to like feel the need again.
Both of you call your wives on the air and ask them about their sex drive.
Thing is, Emily would talk about it. She just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Olivia might. I don't know. Maybe not on a podcast, but just to like,
Okay, friends, it'd be chill. I think podcast might change it.
Yeah.
Emily's not the free spirit I am talking about all that whale cum. Have y'all considered that, like, this is the my father did what thing for, like, you and me, Caleb, probably? At least one of the, like, when I was talking about, like, every dad has that thing of, like, you learn that they did this, and you're like, wait, what? Like, listening back to episodes of what we've talked about could easily be
oh my God,
my dad did what moment? Imagine your children in, like, 15, 20 years.
That means on record, 15, 20 years from now, my child finds Junk House and listens to it. And they get to the episode. It's still going. But yeah, they get to the episode.
I like that.
They get to the episode THC you later and get to hear me fucking high off my ass so much that I get sick the next day.
It wouldn't be that hard to find because it's the second
That's episode. The second episode.
Oh, fuck, it is.
What I love about that episode is Sammy's song that she made about both of you being high. I still think about that from time to time, and I would love to hear it again. I would love to hear that song another time.
I'll just drop it in the Discord, and you can listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump to that a lot. But like, no, this is my like. Wait, like my dad Cordell, like Cordell Hutchison, like my father said these things, recorded on purpose for anyone to hear. They're like, yeah, he did.
Yeah. Well, at that point, the entire world will be. At least media world won't exist because we're all going to be scrounging, fighting zombies.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Like, I feel like we'd get back to our roots.
Yeah, you know,
family and connection.
We would, it would just all be like Fast and the Furious. It'd all be about family.
Yeah, and I'd drive a car on the space shuttle.
I have never seen a Fast and Furious movie.
Really?
Not a one. Not a one of them.
You have to at least see Tokyo Drift because 1, the drifts are sick and drifts are fun. 2,
are they in Tokyo?
They are in Tokyo. The final race is down a super curvy mountain that they just have to drift, and if you mess up, you're dead. The acting is like not the best, which makes it funnier and better. Because the main dude's super southern and he's in Tokyo. Drift? What's a drift? He's like, what? You don't know how to? And then Little Bow Wow's like, you don't know how to fucking drift? And he's like, yeah, you know.
So here's my quandary with the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Okay.
Mhm.
Or the Fast and the Furious franchise. They started out as like cringy 2000s drag racing movies.
Yeah.
And then somehow morphed into, are they mercenaries now? Like, how did they get their are they criminals? Or do they work for the government? Like, what is the situation here as this has evolved? Now there's a superhero in one of the spin-offs. Like,
well, I think even the first Fast and the Furious, the whole reason they were drag racing was to find people to smuggle drugs, I think.
I don't know. I've seen like bits and pieces of the first one, and I thought this is stupid, and now there's 10 of them. And now they're like in the sky and driving over buildings, and I just don't understand how we got here.
I'm sorry. There's X of them. Please be respectful.
Caleb, I'm going to take you to Roman so you can learn their numerals, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're doing something about lifting cars and stuff. So they've always been criminals.
Well, yeah.
Criminals.
But how did they get from like criminals racing and maybe doing a little bit of drug smuggling to I think saving the world?
So there's this very famous term for TV shows.
Jumping the shark.
So I think probably one of the movies they might have.
Yeah.
Honestly, they probably could have literally jumped the shark, and that just jumped them into.
Jumped the shark.
I mean, at one of the most recent movies, they use like a grappling hook to grapple onto a helicopter with the car still and do like a Spider-Man swing off of a cliff and survive.
And then land.
So like I agree. I don't know when it became campy, and maybe we just need to sit down together in a Discord on a stream and watch all of the movies and figure this out.
I'm really beginning to think we might have to watch every Fast and the Furious movie in the franchise because that's the thing is I think the franchise is built on jumping the shark. Like, yes. I think it started out as like a movie trying to just do its thing and then kind of got a Sharknado thing behind it where the sequels had to progressively be more ridiculous. And at some point, they knew that they had to be as absurd as possible each movie to make it matter.
Yes.
Just really quick. And I mean, like, genuinely as fast as we can. I'm going to read the names of the Fast and the Furious movies, and I want you guys to just 1 to 10 rank them.
If we've seen them?
Just on the name?
No, just on the name. Just on the name.
Okay,
don't care about anything else about the movie. Okay.
Out of 5
the Fast
out of 10?
And the out of 10.
10, okay.
The Fast and the Furious.
8.
8, yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
4.
3.
The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
8.
7.
Fast and Furious.
2. It's too derivative. I can't even.
Yeah, I'd probably maybe give it a 3.
Fast 5.
Now I like that
10.
one.
I like Fast 5. That's a 9 for sure.
Fast 5.
Fast and Furious 6.
4.
2. It's garbage.
Furious 7.
1. This naming convention doesn't make sense.
3.
The Fate of the Furious.
9.
That's a 9.
One.
That's a really good one. It went back to the original convention.
I'm gonna guess on how to pronounce this one. F9.
2.
9.
1. No, 1.
That's a 1. It's up with Fant 4 Stick.
And last of all, Fast X.
7.
Pretty sure you're supposed to say 10, but that's a 6.
No, it is Fast X on the poster and the name of it and the trailer, which I have seen on TikTok. It is Fast X.
They say, the narrator goes, "Coming
Fast
this summer,
X.
Fast X."
Yes.
They say that.
Oh, of course.
That's what pisses me off about this franchise is you got to have a consistent naming scheme, or else what's the point? Like if you can't look at your audience and say, "Hi, you remember Harry Potter? Well, here's Harry Potter and the newest and the." Like, it's simple, it's elegant, it's whatever, you know? Like, James Bond, they can name him whatever because it's all James Bond in. But, like, Fast and the Furious, and then they'd, like, Fast and Furious, like, one of the titles is just the original without some thes.
Yeah, it's like you got Super Mario and then Super.
Yeah. It's like the Super Mario Brothers, and then you have another one named Mario Brothers.
And then one called Super 7.
Also,
you go Fast 5 and then Furious 7, F9. I think they're doing it on purpose.
You forgot about Robson Shaw. Robson Shaw? What is it?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Rob's Hobbs and Shaw's.
Rob Zombie and Shaw.
Here's the thing I know about the Fast and the Furious franchise is that all the actors have written contracts of they can only be punched by certain people and only at certain times and shown in certain ways because none of them want to look like they're losing the fight.
Yeah.
I also know that it does not feature one of the greatest songs, and that is its greatest shame. It does not feature the song Psychobilly Freak Out by the Reverend Horton Heat off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em that we get to use as our opening and closing song, and that makes us better than the Fast and the Furious.
And that makes us better than you.
Yeah, come back for our next podcast, To Junk 5 House.
We would also ask that you rate us and review us on Spotify and Apple, wherever you listen to this beautiful podcast. It would be real good. Tell your friends about us. Get your friends. If you can get one friend to listen to us this week, I'll give you $3.
Download this episode, put it onto a CD, and trap your friend in a car and make them listen to the CD.
Or just like play it off your phone because you got Bluetooth in your car, don't you?
Nah, it's an old car.
I don't.
It's a really old car.
Yeah.
Also, y'all ever heard of texts?
No.
Well, there's a thing that's like texting, but it came before texting when they just had computers.
Shut the
not
fuck
phones.
up.
Yeah.
No way.
And it's called email.
It's called
and
email?
It is email. And it is named after mail, which they did with pigeons or something. I don't know. It was dinosaur times. So if you want to email us, you can do so at junkhousemaiLbox@gmail.com. You will get a free ghost and some more fun whale facts.
I will clarify yet again. It is a 50% chance you get a ghost.
50%.
And a 5% chance you get a horny ghost.
Yes.
Okay? Let's not promise everyone a ghost.
Yeah, you don't get a free ghost.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Really expensive
Cordell,
for
you
us.
fucking idiot.
I'm sorry.
Kind of money.
Okay, I'm sorry. But
he's not an idiot,
here's,
Caleb. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He just
No,
I'm not a baby. I'm not a
okay.
baby. I can understand when you insult me.
That is a good point, Caleb. He does understand what you're saying. So
I know you're.
I will shove a chopstick in your eye if you say one more time that if you email us, you get a ghost. Get it fucking right or don't fucking say it.
Well, as
I have a question to end this. We're not saying anything this week. I'm too mad at Caleb, so I'm just going to pose philosophical. As we say every week. How much of the spirit realm do you think is ghost cum?
Ooh. That's got to be the next episode, the whole next episode.
Right? We got to move on to ghost cum because there's no real numbers on this.
And here's the other question that I want to tackle next week. This is what we do.
Yeah.
At the end of each episode, we're going to ask a question for next week, okay?
And if
we may or may not revisit it.
We'll see if we remember.
We'll see if we remember.
Here's the question. Here's the question I have for next week. If in certain people's minds, life begins at conception, does that mean that every sperm that I ejaculate that doesn't become a baby is now ghost sperm.
Genocide.
Oh. You know, this is what I call the Legally Blonde argument, and we'll talk about it next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Markiplier. Bye-bye.